Good morning, everyone. Welcome. This is our training center, Artec Global Institute, which we are proud to say that we are one of the best performing schools in the division of Samis City. And earlier, you have already oriented with our school policies and facilities, right? So therefore, it is easier for you to go over with our training in the qualification that you have chosen. Okay? So feel at home and enjoy your stay with us because it's more fun in Arctic Global Institute. So once again, welcome to Technical Drafting and C2 Workstation. I'm so excited to meet you all and hoping for your perfect attendance every day. And based from the record, you are all 15 trainees. And as of today, you are all present. Congratulations! Because in the entrance door, we have there a trainee's logbook to sign for your attendance upon coming here to school. So, by the way, I am your trainer, Nor-Alyza, teacher 1, and a national certificate holder of technical drafting and C2. Being your trainer, I am willing to facilitate with you in order to gain more knowledge and skills to be competent in this qualification. Okay? So based on the training regulation of the technical drafting NC2, it has 148 hours, so that is 49 days of training in total. So bear in mind that this training is self-paced, but you have to manage your time wisely so that you can finish to the target time frame. So be diligent and attentive with this training, okay? So what is technical drafting in situ really? Okay, technical drafting in situ is a level of qualification with two core competencies together with the more elective competencies. And what is meant by competency? It means that for you to be competent in this qualification, there are 6 competencies and skills that you should master for you to be competent. And after the training, you will be required to take the national assessment wherein TESDA will provide you with certificate of competency that you are eligible and has expertise that will allow you to work on industries under the construction sector. So these are the 6 core competency in technical drafting and C2. First is the draft architectural layout and details. Number 2 is prepare computer aided drawings. Number 3, draft structural layout and details. Number 4, draft electrical and electronic layout and details. Number 5, draft sanitary or plumbing layout and details. And the last one, which is the 6th one, which is draft mechanical layout and details. So if you look around this, where you will learn most of the 6 skills required for this qualification. So this is Arctic Global Institute NC2 Workstation. Currently, you are in practical work area, where you acquire the skills and knowledge components of the competencies prescribed by the standards. So this site is the institutional assessment area where recognition of learning prior learning is done, and adjacent to the institutional assessment area is the learning resource area in which you gain knowledge requirement in the various modules responding to the competencies. And quality control area where you will do inspections of the tools and materials needed in drafting layouts. Distant learning area with the computer laboratory is where the learning provision outside and away from training institutions in terms of print and non-print media, and we have computer units of which you can gain appropriate IT competencies. And at the entrance is the trainee's logbook wherein you should sign for your attendance in everyday session. So we also have the contextual learning laboratory that ensures the underpinning knowledge in exercise, and we also have the trainers resource center where you will find the CBLM for every unit of competencies, forms, educational magazines, drafting technology journals, video materials, and many other reading materials. And the sport service area, which provide value added competencies to see how far have you gone unit of competencies and learning outcome will be shown on the progress chart. To check if you have complied all the necessary requirements, output, and skill demonstration for every unit of competency that will be implicated in achievement chart. If you comply the achievement areas, automatically you comply the areas in progress chart. So this is our monitoring tools to see how slow and fast do you work. Basically, these are the basic parts of our workstation. This one here is your activity matrix. This will serve as your scheduler. I will post your name here and your activities and in what particular area will you proceed. So this will be updated daily. And every day upon coming here, check on this matrix, okay? So by the way, before the end of this training, or at the middle, we will have educational tour at the Cagayan de Oro City. We will visit our various buildings to inspire you with your upcoming work. Okay, so are you excited for the trip? Excited? Very good. So now, how are you going to tackle all the unit of competency when we only have very limited number of days for the training? We will be using CBT, which means the competency-based training. Competency, so we will gauge our learning in every module upon acquiring the skills. Skill-based, most of the time you will be doing something that is related to the work and standard in the actual industry. So what are the principles of CBT? Which means competency-based training. Number one, which is the learning is modular, which means the entire learning outcome is being chopped into 6 units of competency. You have to show mastery of the module before you will be allowed to proceed to another module. So you will not have to take this all because you will take this one by one, okay? And once you finish one module, you will be required to undergo an assessment. We call it here institutional assessment to test your competency. And once you pass, you will receive a certificate of achievement. So if you stop in the middle of the training for some reason, you already gain certain expertise supported by a certificate. That is one of the methods of learning here at Artec Global Institute. Okay, and for the number 2 of CBT principles, which is the training is based on work and that must be performed, which is it is a learning is based on the actual industry practice. And for the third one, training delivery is individualized and self-paced. That means is learning is done by the learners at own pace, which means that as the trainee you are able to finish the one of competency, it will be recommended to take the next competency without waiting to your co-trainees. Okay, so for the rule, during this training you are the trainee and I will be your facilitator. As a trainee, you are given the right to choose which one you want to learn first, but of course except those modules that require prerequisite. But as learner trainee, you can choose what module will you take first, okay? Or it could be done based on your self-assessment and trainee's characteristics. So that is one of characteristic of CBT. So you can learn multiple modules at the same time. So my role here will be a member of the learning process. I am your facilitator to guide you on how to be competent. Okay? Remember that this is a self-paced learning. So if you want to finish earlier than the schedule, be diligent and hardworking. Okay? So how do we evaluate you? You will be evaluated by using different assessment methods like written tests, oral questioning, and demonstration. Remember that we don't have any numerical ratings, but we will be rated as competent and not competent. Okay? CBLM, which is competency-based learning material. It is very important because this will teach you on how to use this module, and it contains the list of all the competency and module content, the module descriptor, number of hours, as well as the assessment criteria and learning experiences, and all of the things to be checked and observed when conducting an assessment. So read carefully your CBLM with comprehension. Okay, so do you have any questions? If there is none, I will now distribute the training agreement. Okay, so this agreement contains that you have agreed all the requirements needed for this qualification. So at this time, you have to answer first the pre-assessment form, such as the pre-test, trainees characteristics form, and the self-assessment check. So please answer the questions honestly, okay? Get one and pass. So analyze the result of the pre-assessment. Based on the result of pre-assessment check, out of 15 trainees, no one among you has prior knowledge related to this qualification, meaning nobody has been recognized for prior knowledge. So therefore, all of the competencies will be taken up. So now as we start our training proper, I will now group you into 3. Each group has 5 members. So the first group, you are assigned to the trainees resource area. Read information sheet 3.1-1 on how to lay out architectural drawings and details properly, and answer the self-check 3.1-1 and compare your answers on the answer K 3.1-1. So for the second group, you are assigned to the trainer's resource area layout and produce computer-aided drawings and details following technical drawing standards and symbols. So for the last group, which is the third group, proceed to the practical work area and practice the step-by-step procedure on preparing and setting up tools and materials for the drawing. And get ready for a demonstration after an hour. Don't forget to observe safety precautions and wearing of personal protective equipment while having a demonstration. Understand? Okay, thank you. So this morning our lesson is all about providing room services. Room service, I mean. So these are the steps in the delivering and serving room service. I will let you view first the video on providing room service. So for the group 1, how did you find reading the information sheet? Number 2, were you able to follow technical drawing standard and symbols? Number 3, how did you prepare the correct tools and materials? So I believe that you are now done doing your activity and ready for the oral questions. So group 1, who's ready? Mr. Estrasas, how was your score in the subject? You got perfect score. Wow, that's good. You are now competent of this task. From group 2, Miss Laraga, will you please explain the technical drawing standards and symbols? Good that you identified different standards and symbols for drawing, but you forgot the other standards. Sorry, but you need to repeat this task again for you to become competent, okay? From group 3, ready now group 3. Wow, that was a super big demonstration. Based on the performance checklist, you demonstrate the task according to the competence standards. All of you did an amazing job. Truly, you execute every step accurately and properly. Good job, guys. You're all competent on this activity. Okay, I will record all your achievements and progress on the charts. Since it's already 5 p.m., we will continue our activity tomorrow. For those who are already competent, check your activity matrix for your next activity. So for those who are not yet competent, you have to continue. Please try to practice 5S before going out. Return everything to its proper place, okay?